touchdown.
What's up, everybody? Man, Monday. Let me represent that. Yeah, see? That's what it's all about, right there. Even got a damn floor mat that says Dallas Cowboys on it. All right, guys. I haven't got a chance. Ooh, that sun is a beast. I haven't really got a chance to talk about last night's game. Well, I kind of did. I was on my Cowboys family's live stream after the game, and I said how I felt about it on that. If y'all want to go back and look at that, you can check it out. But it is Monday. Had a doctor's appointment today, so I had to take off. But 1 down, 4 to go. Wow, what a weekend for football. Especially being on a Saturday, having a day to recover from it. My thoughts about the game was exactly what I said on Saturday. Is that was a game we were supposed to win. That was a game that we needed to win, just for redemption, for payback, because the last 3 or 4 times they kicked our asses, and we owed them one. Hell, we owe them 2 or 3. But in this case, a playoff game counts as 2 or 3 games. So we're a lot better team, man. See, the beginning of the year, you really can't count those games. You really have to put into consideration that those are still preseason games, and teams are still trying to find themselves. It's hard at first because we don't understand. And when we lost to them the first time we played them earlier this season, second or third game, I can't remember which one it was. At that time, we were all pissed off and like, God damn, here we go again. But the season was still premature then. It was very premature. And you have to let it play out. Teams still have to find themselves throughout the season, and that's what we did. We've had an up and down year. Finished the season 10-6. It's been a rocky road. Zeke still found a way to get the rushing title, be the leading rusher. Despite all the injuries, and nobody's 100% on that team pretty much, especially the offensive line. We still found a way to win. And Dak still found a way to win games. You know, Dak's taken a lot of criticism, man, throughout the years, ever since his rookie year. Even Cowboy Nation wanted him on the bench. But like I said the other day, I feel sorry for everybody that either hates Dak or wants Dak on the bench or whatever, and didn't believe in him. I feel sorry for him because now they got to go back and cheer for him. You know what I mean? When it all boils down to it, he's a Dallas Cowboy. And you got to support whoever's in there. And, if you don't like him that much, if you can't stand him, if you want Cooper Rush in, were you cheering when he was flipping over the end zone? Were you cheering when he was throwing touchdown passes? Were you cheering when he was a leader in that game against Seattle? He was a leader. Like Zeke said, he was a grown-ass man in that game. Were you cheering? Were you just like, oh, he all right? You know, I mean, you can't do both. You know what I mean? That game was, it proved a lot. And then, in the comment section, you get people saying, oh, well, you know, before the game, everybody was saying that we would lose. You know, everybody was saying that, you know, Skip and Shannon and some of Cowboy Nation, well, we're going to be one and done, and Cowboys are going to lose, and Russell Wilson is a veteran, and he's going to pick them apart, and Seattle's going to lose. And I was watching today on my phone, and they were all on our nut sacks. I don't get it. I couldn't be an NFL analyst because you have to be. It's like that. You got to be two-faced, and it doesn't make sense. You know, you got to be two-faced. You got to 1 week you got to say this, and then the next week you got to be on a team nuts that win. Well, I told you the Cowboys are gonna, you know. And I went back today and I looked at the videos before the game. I looked at the video. I mean, the videos on Friday, and I wanted to see how different they were gonna be, and it's sad. You know, they were bashing us. Oh, the Cowboys gonna be one and done, and they can't win a playoff game. Dak's not gonna be a leader, and you know, yada yada yada. And we end up doing that, and we end up defying the odds and proving them wrong. And they could barely look into the camera. You know, Stephen A. Smith could barely look into the camera. His head is always down when we win because they talk so bad about us. It's like they don't want us to win. I'm like, you're supposed to be a professional NFL analyst, and you're biased, you know, and you're a hater. You know, I don't get that. Cowboys did what we had to do, and we won the game. I knew we were the better team the first couple of series. I said, oh, we got this game. The video I made on Friday, I said that the Dallas Cowboys was going to hand Seattle their asses, and they did. They did. So it's just one of those things, man, where you just kind of have to sit back and let the past do the talking. And that's what I always say. I said that since high school. Let the past do the talking. Because that's the only noise you're going to hear on the field anyway. You know, we can run our mouths and analyze things and think we know what we're talking about and fight amongst each other because I'm right, you're wrong, and all that shit, you know. Shout out to my boy Fifth Quarter Cowboys, man. He made his last live stream yesterday, last night, Sunday night, and he said he couldn't take it anymore. He said he'll be back, you know, training camp, but he said he had to take a break from it, and that's sad because he's such a knowledgeable Cowboy fan. He keeps his ears to the ground. He knows what he's talking about. He's a tell it like it is type Cowboy fan. Don't sugarcoat nothing. He just, you know, he's a perfectionist when it comes down to the game. And it's sad that he has to step back a little bit because people threatening him. You know, Cowboy fans, even Cowboy fans, calling him, texting him, arguing with him about being right about the Cowboys, about, you know, and that's sad, man. The internet pumps people's heads up that much. And it threatening him, talking about they know where he lives and they'll come by and shoot up his house and all this stuff. And I may be exaggerating, but it was on that lines, you know. And it's just sad the way the world is, man, especially the internet. People you don't even know, people you never gonna meet, talking shit to you and bad mouthing you and being disrespectful, and you know, people are human beings, man. Cowboys ain't the world. You know, I love the Cowboys, been a fan since 1980. And but my bills and household and health, my family's health, you know, relatives, all that shit come first. You know what I mean? People's well-being come first. And I'm not gonna get on here and talk shit to anybody and talk shit to another fan base, man. I mean, everybody's grown. Well, I hope. And it's just sad that, you know, people treat this shit like they in a gang, you know, like Bloods and Crips or something like that. Small-minded, little-minded, people don't have nothing else to do, you know. And it's very unfortunate, man, that somebody has to take a break because of childish bullshit. You get me? Just childish bullshit, man. And it's so sad, dog. It's so sad, this world we live in. And hopefully he'll change his mind, you know, but When I talked to him yesterday, I doubt it, But y'all make sure y'all, kick a shout out to him, man. He said he's still gonna watch, and he probably still do a video here and there, but the live stream he's gonna stop. And I did that back about a couple of months ago. I took a break from live stream. Well, I never do live. I never do live. Matter of fact, the only time I do live is when I'm on the post game with my Cowboys family, or I'll do live with DJ. I'll go on his page, and when he does his Friday night spills, I'll go on there with him, and I'll say a couple of things and get off. But I never do live myself, because live is a different type of, it's like at the playoffs, it's a different type of monster. People get to talk shit to you live right there, and I ain't got time for that. You know what I mean? So I like to do my videos, say what I got to say. Whatever you got to say it in the comment section. I'll read it and read over it. If it's ignorant, I'll pass it by. I won't even comment or look at it or whatever. But this internet, man, it pumps people's heads up, man. Everybody's big, bad, and bold 1,000 miles away. You get me? Or however far they're away from you. Anybody can talk shit on the phone, but when you get in their face, it's a different story. So, but that's just the world we live in, man. Bunch of cowards, they get on the internet and they talk shit, and that's about it. But anyway, guys, we got the Rams coming up, man. They're a tough team. Everybody's saying, oh, we want the Eagles to win, and I'd rather play the Rams. Yeah, the Rams did start struggling towards the end of the year. They kind of start showing their true colors. I believe I'd rather play the Rams, I guess, in LA than play the Saints in the Big Easy, because they're a tough team. We beat them earlier this year, the Saints, but I really wouldn't want to play a team that's looking for revenge, But like I was saying, you really can't, like I said, about a week ago, you really can't take what happened in the regular season into the playoffs, because it's a different type of game. Everybody's 0-0. You get me? Anything can happen. And I hate to keep using this for an example, but look at the 2006 New York Giants when they beat the Patriots. They came through the back door. They snuck through the back door and won a Super Bowl. So you really can't judge a team what they've done unless they just garbage, But they were the worst seed, I believe, that year, and they won a Super Bowl. So anything's possible in the playoffs, guys. So we got to stop saying, oh, well, they did this through the regular season. So, they're not gonna. Just like they said about us, we were the worst team in the playoffs. We were the worst team in the playoffs. We beat the Eagles twice, but we were the worst team in the playoffs. The Seahawks beat us earlier this season, but we were the worst team in the playoffs. But we beat the Seattle Seahawks, you know what I'm saying? So we're still moving on. We're still alive. We still got a pulse. And that's what it is. But the Rams are a tough team. They got a hell of a passing game. They got Gurley. I don't know if he's 100%. I don't know. Haven't been really keeping up with him. But I don't underestimate any team. Whoever we were going to play before we figured out we were going to play the Rams was going to be tough. So it doesn't matter to me, like really. I was pulling for the Eagles yesterday, but then again I wasn't, because I can't stand them. And I know I don't really dislike any fan base or team. I'm not going to say fan base ain't got nothing to do with it. But I don't really dislike any team. But it's something about the Eagles that I just, oh my God. Even though we wanted them to win, they're still in it. It was like, fuck. But they barely won. They wasn't supposed to win. But if old boy would have missed the field goal. But it is a win is a win. Congratulations to them. Hate to say that. But, it's unfortunate for the Bears. They had a good season. See, like the Bears, they were favored to win the game, and they lost. So you just never know in the playoffs, man. Unless you're just a dominant team like the Cowboys were back in the 90s, or the New England Patriots, or, whoever else was dominant, you're not promised tomorrow. You're not promised the next week. Anything could happen. But that's all I got, man. I just decided to come out here and talk some football, man, and walk. It's 70-something degrees. I can't believe it, man. We finally got some decent weather. It's been cold and rainy and shit, 30, 40 degrees. And we had a decent weekend, and it's 72 degrees today. It's crazy. But I think it's supposed to go back down as the week progresses, so I'm just enjoying it while I can. Walk the neighborhood or whatever. But that's all I got, guys. We got another Saturday night game, which I guess is good, you know. Saturday games are good. I love them because they're kind of sudden because you don't really have the time to really get prepared for them. But then again, they're good because you get to get your game out of the way. And if you win, you're happy, you're feeling good the whole weekend. And but if you lose, you got a day to recover before you got to go back to work. So that's a good thing, man. But glad we won. Good win. Never know what the day is gonna bring you, so make sure you stay cowboyed up and prayed up, guys. Holla back at your boy. I'm out.
And the only thing else I got